What's going on, guys? My name is Alex, and in this video, I break down every single question you could possibly have about transitioning from in-person coaching to online coaching. Doesn't matter what sport or industry you're in, I answer every single question. I break down live case studies of people going from 0 to 10 and even $20,000 a month, and anything that you probably had a concern about is probably addressed in this video. So give it a watch, and at the end, I have a special offer that you can only get access to if you watch the entire video. Yo, guys, I have such a special training for you that I'm so excited to break down, so let's get straight into it. I don't want to waste any of your time. So my one goal for this video is I want to answer all the biggest questions you probably have about transitioning from in-person coaching to online coaching. You might have some questions along the lines of, can I even do online coaching in the first place? How much should I charge? How do I create an offer? What marketing system should I use? What softwares and tools do I need? I see these questions all the time. I also want to wipe away any misconceptions you probably have. Like, do I need a fancy website? Do I need a lot of social media follows? Do I need a complex funnel? And can anybody even afford my services? Or is there enough people out there to even pay me to work with them online? Before we begin, I just want to set a few ground rules because I've worked with so many coaches. I have had a lot of experience in different fields and niches. And these are the core things that I think you need to understand if you want to make any money online and be really successful. The first thing is, if you only want to make about $1,000 to $5,000 a month with online coaching, you got to think bigger. This is way too small of a goal, and it tells me you have no idea how much money you really can make with online coaching. Trust me, there's a lot of money out there. If you're letting small things stop you from taking online coaching seriously, like these excuses I see and hear all the time, I'm waiting on my certification, or I need to get my website built first, or I need to figure out my back-end systems, or I have to build out my entire course first. If you've said any of those excuses, just stop it. A lot of beginners use these excuses that ultimately stop them from actually doing what we call revenue generating activities. The activities are the things that you need to do every day to actually put money in your pocket. These are things that are just wasting your time and consuming you with action steps that actually aren't going to actually push your business forward. Lastly, if you aren't 100% confident in your ability to coach clients, in person or online, then maybe you just aren't cut out for this yet. This training is really reserved for the dogs out there that know that they can deliver amazing results and they just need a roadmap to help them get there. If that's you, keep watching. So before I even break down how you can do this, I just want to quickly show you what's even possible. So this is one of our students here, Noah. He helps in-person sports coaches kind of grow their business, and he specifically works with soccer coaching, right? So he comes from the soccer background. So Noah joined us December 13th, 2023. And when we first started, the first thing, and I'll break this down throughout the training, the first thing we help all our students do is launch profitable Instagram ads. Okay, so Noah came to us with a completely new Instagram account. He started from complete scratch, just created the account, and had 0 followers. The first thing we're going to do is teach Noah how to launch those ads and start getting new leads and new eyeballs on his profile. We sell everything through Instagram, and it's the most conducive and powerful way for getting online clients to trust you and invest with you. Now, we faced our first roadblock a few weeks after joining the program with Noah, where we helped him launch his first ad. And as you can see here, his cost per follower was really expensive. He was spending about $9 per follower. And if you don't understand what a good KPI or key performance indicator is, we ideally don't want to spend more than $3 per follower on a lead. So he was spending 3 times that amount. But we're going to go back to the drawing board with Noah to help him re-script some new ads so he can start signing some clients. All right, so after the holiday break and everything, Noah hit the ground running in the middle of January and was able to sign his first client with a $100 down payment for $1,000 for 3 months of coaching. Keep in mind, Noah started a completely new coaching offer, which, trust me, if you stay with me through the entire training, I'll break down what that looks like. He started a new coaching offer, new Instagram account, and just started launching a few $100s a month on ads. And it took him a couple weeks to sign a $1,000 client for 3 months of coaching. Okay, so that client came back around the next day and paid the remaining amount of the down payment, so he collected the full $1,000 on the 17th. And as you can see here, he got that lead from Instagram followers, right? So from an ad that we launched. All right, so next up, we launched that new ad. So remember, I told you the first ad we launched wasn't the most optimized. So we launched a new ad, and as you can see here, Noah's getting $1 per follower, which is amazing. He's spending, I think, like $10 to $20 a day on this, and now he's getting $1 per follower. So he's getting a ton of new followers now. He booked 6 calls, and these are strategy calls to sell his high-ticket coaching offer. And then we talked about ways to raise the price of his program because he's closing people and making money. Okay. So as you can see here, February 2nd, so literally a couple weeks later, he closed his first client. And 2 weeks later, he went 3 for 3 on sales calls, closing 5 out of 11 in total and collecting $5,000 and pocketing another $2,000 student for in-person training. So in just a week, really just 5 days, he closed $7,000, made $7,000 in just 5 days. Remember, Noah just started. I know we onboarded him in December. It was the holidays, so we actually didn't really start until January. And literally a month later, he's already up to $7,000 in just 5 days. 5,000 of that just being online students, right? So those are people paying $1,000 to work with Noah for 90 days of coaching. So we raised the price of the program because he's doing amazing. So he raised it up an extra $500. So a couple weeks later, he went 3 for 3 on calls again. So as you can see, as he's closing more people online, he's charging more for his services. And then at the end of February, he decided to raise it all the way up to $1,800. And as you can see here, he got 3 more today, 2 tomorrow, and 1 sale away from $20,000 in his 3rd month doing this. So just to quickly recap here, Noah started a brand new Instagram account with 0 followers. He only needed to post 3 pieces of short form content per week to his page to start getting leads nurtured. He was spending between $500 and $800 a month on ads to scale to multiple 5 figures. He took a brand new coaching offer, meaning he didn't have an offer that he already had and was selling. He started a completely new offer, the concept of it and everything. Taking a completely new coaching offer. Started off taking some down payments, and within a couple months scaled it all the way up to $1,800 for his services. He did all this and he had the right mindset. He wasn't afraid to invest in himself and wasn't scared to open the door that he's never opened before, and believed in the DBA system that I'm going to break down in a moment. He did this all in 90 days. Okay, so that's just one of our students here. So here's another one of our students, Ethan. He specializes in helping women lose weight. So he's a weight loss coach, all online. So we started connecting with Ethan back in July of 2023. And just having conversations. And this is actually an inside look of how we onboard students and how we're going to teach you to do the same. But just from creating content and uploading some ads, Ethan started to follow us and we started connecting via DMs. We actually scheduled in a call with Ethan. And he actually told us on that call, like, I like your program and everything, but I'm not ready to invest right now. I want to try this on my own. So Ethan said, hey, look, I'm just going to try this on my own. And eventually he came back around after trying this on his own and realized, like, yo, there's no way I'm going to figure this out. I'm struggling still. So as you can see, a month later, he swiped up on one of my stories and said, dude, I'm still having some issues. And he's asking questions still because he still hasn't quite figured it out. So a lot of people will say, hey, I just want to do this on my own. We understand the concept of doing that, but realistically, you're just putting yourself behind the 8 ball even more by trying to do this all on your own when you can have some assistance here. So we started connecting and everything. And he said, we reached out and said, hey, Ethan, I saw you left a comment under my recent video. How are the ads going? Ads have been doing all right, but they're not hitting the right niche, right? So anyone can turn on ads. You can set up ads. Go watch a YouTube video right now. Learn how to set up ads. Our program is beyond that, though. We really help you script out and get the messaging right to launch that ads. So long story short, Ethan decided to enroll with us. So all this black text here is Ethan enrolling with us. So September comes around and he launched his 2 follower ads that are crushing it. He got 103 followers and only spent $96. So he says here, it took me a while to get my ads rolling, but they're cooking each day. He's getting 2 follower ads up at $15 a day each. So he's only spending $600 a month on ads. And the ads are getting him a ton of new followers every single day. Okay, so really less than $1 per follower, which is amazing. So shortly after that, as you can see here, he posted this on the 26th. 3 days later, he just closed his first client for $3,000. So again, you might be wondering, how is he charging this much for coaching? We're going to break that down. Trust me, as you can see on the timestamp of this video, it's a long, detailed video. But a $3,000 package. Think about that. He was doing this all on his own for a few months. And the moment he joined our program and started getting results, within the first week, he was able to close a $3,000 package. Okay, he only spent $180 on ads, so he saw a 17x return on investment. So he's spending $180 and made a $3,000 sale. So really paying off the entire amount of ad spend, and then even a part of the program as well. So his ads started to optimize more and more. If you're wondering why it says archived here, we host our community on a new platform now. So, but he's getting 50-cent followers. So he's spending money, and every single day he's getting new followers and leads to his profile that's interested in learning more about what he has to offer and potentially investing with him. So you just had my first client reach back out. I closed him for a discounted yearly package of $4,200. So he's getting the full upfront payment of a year's worth of coaching upfront for $4,200. All right, and this is now October. So this is all within about a week span. Okay, so just closed another 3K deal. So that's $10,000 in 5 days. Again, Ethan is an online fitness coach helping women lose weight. right? So a pretty standard offer here, but he's doing such a good job because his ads are so well optimized. We help all our students script out and put together really hyper specific ads, and he only spent $290 on ads to make $10,000 in 5 days. Okay, by the way, when Ethan started with us, he only had about 1,000 followers on Instagram. Noah started with no followers whatsoever. Happy y'all seems like a daily thing, but I just closed another 3K client, bringing the total to 14,000 in projected amount of deposits. So $20,000 in 10 days. Okay, so I mean, I could keep going on and on. Ethan's just going to be sharing more deals, right? So just closed a 6K deal for 12 months. I have 3 more calls today, so today is going to be a big day. Closed a 2K deal for 4 months. Now look at the timestamps on this, right? So this was on the 28th. This was on the 31st. Right, so this is just, I mean, back-to-back $20,000 months. He closed another $1,500 student. PIF means paid in full. PIF stands for paid in full. And then he just closed another student as well. So that's $4,500 in 24 hours. So you might not even believe this, right? So here he goes again, close another deal for $4,500. So first off, you might not even believe this is possible. And my whole goal here is to show you how and why this is possible. Now you've seen 2 different students of ours get amazing results here. And signing clients like clockwork for a lot of money. So you're probably thinking, 1, how the hell are they charging this amount of money and how are people paying? And 2, how are they structuring their offer to even do this? Okay, I'm going to answer both of those questions in just a moment. So in the process of making this video, one of our students, Tanya, who's actually helping women with menopause get in shape, just closed another deal. And then Petrel here, a in-person basketball coach, transitioned to online coaching, launched and scaled his first set of ads, and closed a $1,200 deal within a week. Okay, so this is in a week's time. I believe that he actually shared this inside the general discussions chat. So let me scroll up here, and this is our new community that we host all our students. So he actually posted it here first, and I told him to share it in the share win section. But made my first online sale last night for $1,200 over the course of 3 months. It's time to really rock and roll. I want to share this win with the team. So some of our students were asking questions like, yo, let's go. So Andreas here, who's another fitness coach inside the program, asked, you know, how long did it take you to do this from launching your first ad? So he says here, first ad went out a week ago. So he closed a deal within a week, Petrel did, as an in-person basketball coach, now transitioning to online coaching. So just realized I'm blocking that so you guys can't even see that. But now you can see, you should be able to see there. So pretty amazing stuff what we're able to do here. I know I'm just showing you a bunch of wins nonstop. But I actually want to break down how this is possible. I just want you to see what's even possible to begin with, because I get people in the DMs all the time saying, Alex, I want to make $3,000 a month. I'm like, dude, that's it, bro. We have students making $3,000 a week with coaching. So all right, let's finally get into it. I think I've rambled enough. Let's finally jump into it. All right, so let's break down how to make this even possible. Okay, so look, you got to understand the current landscape of in-person coaching and then the current landscape of online coaching and see how they differ first. So the current landscape of in-person coaching. 1, people are trading their time for money with consultations and sessions, right? So you're doing, $50 to $80 per session. You're also making, you may be making some decent money, but it's taking you away from your family life and personal life, your family time and personal life, right? So you're having to be at a physical location, which, by the way, caps you on how many students you can enroll and how many sessions you can do in a given time. You eventually would need to create multiple facilities and create an entire team that actually build a in-person business that's profitable. But even then, your profit margins die down a lot. Okay, so we have students inside the program right now that have scaled multiple in-person practices and are still looking to transition to online coaching because their profit margins are really, really low. That's not the case for online coaching. It's very profitable. You might also, waste your time when a client doesn't show up to one of your sessions. You deal with a lot of poor LTV, which means customer lifetime value. So you might have one student or client that signs up for a few sessions, and then after that, they're gone. Right? So now you're needing to consistently sign new students, new clients every single week, every single month. And it becomes just hamster wheel where you're always exchanging your time for money. You're putting in long hours every day at work, and oftentimes work shifts you hate because you have to be at a physical location. There are going to be times you're going to have to be at a spot you don't want to be in. Maybe your child has a dance recital or practice or even just sick and you got to pick them up, right? We have students inside the program now that since transition to online coaching, they've been so blessed now that their student or client or they're even their child for that matter, if there's a situation that they're in and they need to be with their child, they can now take the luxury of doing that instead of having to be at a physical location and missing out on that opportunity. Right. So the current landscape of online coaching is massive, right? So there's a massive demand for online coaches, but very low supply. So due to COVID, there's been a massive surge of online education, right? People are desiring and getting and want to get the online education, but there's not enough people doing online coaching. Right? It's so funny how that works. So there's massive demand, but very low supply. So this allows you, this is the first thing that should take in your mind. How's Ethan and Noah scaling to $10, $20, $30,000? How are they charging so much for their services? It's a simple age-old, quote or rule in marketing and business: supply and demand. If there's massive demand for something but very low supply, you can charge whatever you want because there's not going to be anybody else really on the market space that you have to really compete with. So that's one of the first answers to your question of, well, how are they charging that much? Well, there you go. Okay. Also, online coaching allows you to work from wherever you want in the world and stop trading your time for money. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Online coaching allows you to charge more and work less, which we'll talk about, right? So you might be thinking, well, Ethan is charging $4,500 or Noah's charging $1,800. They might be working, a lot per client. No, they actually work less. And I'll break that down in a moment. You can also quickly grow your business, even if you have no previous experience in business. You don't need any complex funnels, websites, or strategies. And then the way we teach building an online business, all you really need to start making a lot of money is $500 to $700 a month on ad spend. And you can start signing $1,200 to $2,000 clients. Right, you saw in both of those video or those like breakdowns there, Noah only spent a few $100s. Ethan only spent about $180. I'm not going to undersell the investment side of ads, right? You got to spend money on ads. I'm not going to say here and say, hey, you only spend $100, you'll make $1,000. It's possible, but the real understanding and expectation is anywhere between $500 to $700 is all you really need. Our student there, Petrell, he got a sale within a week, so he only spent maybe $120 on ads to sign a $1,200 student. So that's a 10x return on ad spend. All right, so look, there's 4 steps with online coaching that you need to be successful. And I'm going to break every single thing down here. It's probably going to answer all your questions. The first thing is the mindset. You might be wondering, why would people want to invest in online coaching versus in-person coaching? Okay, so once you understand this concept, you'll make more than your competitors who are still stuck doing in-person coaching. So I see this all the time. Alex, I like the idea of online coaching, but why would someone pay for in-person coaching, right? Wouldn't it make more sense, or why would someone pay for online coaching? Wouldn't it make more sense to pay for in-person because I can physically be with them to critique their workouts and everything like that? Well, look, I'm going to answer some questions here and show you why it makes more sense to do online coaching. Not every in-person student or client has a high-level expert in their hometown and area. If you're watching this video right now, I'm under the assumption that you're probably really good at what you do. You've been coaching for years, and you could probably agree with me when I say this. Not every in-person coach, no matter the sport or the type of gym that you work at, you could probably agree that not every in-person coach is really good, right? A lot of them probably are average or below average. You, though, are watching this video because you're an expert at what you do. You're really good. You're at a higher level. You probably have status and connections with people in certain industries that the average in-person trainer doesn't have. Okay? So just like how you and I know this, the average consumer knows this as well. They know that the average Joe Schmo at their gym or field or court or whatever probably isn't as good as this person in California or Florida that's been coaching for years, has connections to some of the best athletes in the space. And they're going to want to work with an expert. People pay to work with an expert. At the end of the day, there's a specific reason why a general doctor doesn't make as much as a neurosurgeon. A neurosurgeon's an expert at what they do. They've been doing it for years and they specialize in that particular thing. So people are going to pay way more money to work with that person than your general doctor that's just going to give you a surface level understanding or breakdown of what's going on with you and your body. So it's the same thing that's applicable there. Number 2, since COVID, there's been a big rise in demand for online services across the industries. I can provide you probably 10 reasons why this is the case, but it doesn't matter, right? The reasoning doesn't matter. You just need to understand that there's been a big rise. And if you're an expert at what you do and you're doing in-person coaching, you should be online, right? It doesn't matter whether you think it's true or not. It is true because there's people making $20, $30, $40, $50, even $100,000 a month coaching online in various sports and fields. So all you need to understand is that there's an increasing desire for people to log on their phones and computers for education, and you should be capitalizing on it. If you start sitting down and plotting and thinking, well, why would anyone want to do this? You're just going to be wasting your time and money. You're not going to be, you're missing out on the digital gold rush that's happening. So if you want to sit back and say, I don't believe it, I don't trust it, I don't think it's possible, fine, click off the video and go somewhere else. But for everyone that's smart enough and are opening up their third eye and realizing that, hey, look, almost everything is done online now. Everything. Going to the bank, you can do everything on your phone. Going to the restaurants now, you use a QR code to scan in for a menu. Everything is on your computer now or phone. So why would coaching be any different? It's the same thing, right? Third, flexibility. Not every student/client has a flexible schedule for in-person coaching. With online training, they know they can get coaching and workout drills whenever they want. Right. So there are going to be people that have school, they go to school or they have a job or whatever, and they want to get coached and they want to be coached, but they don't have the time to be at a specific location at a specific time. Right. We all know as an in-person coach, you have certain set times and sessions throughout the day. There's going to be people, a good portion of people that can't make those times. A lot of people now work 2 jobs, right? Like people have families, people are busy. So being able to get your sessions and be able to work out whenever is convenient to you is a massive demand as well. Biggest thing to understand is that there's a high demand for online coaching no matter the sport or industry, right? Tennis, volleyball, football, soccer, baseball. We work with so many different coaches in so many different industries. Obviously, if you are just working with people to lose weight, gain muscle, that's a massive demand as well. Just like how you don't want to always be at a physical location to coach your clients, there are clients and customers that don't want or need to be in a physical location to get their training. And last note here, from all the successful coaches I've worked with, they have all agreed with this main point here. A big portion of finding success on the court, the field, or in the gym is mindset and nutrition, right? Would you agree? If you're watching this now, would you agree that when it comes to everything you need to be successful, a lot of it is mindset and nutrition, would you say? Of course, the physical and technical side of things matter, but with this new age of technology, we can always see a video of someone's form, right? But most of the delivery will be done through mindset, nutrition, and habits. These are all things that can be managed and delivered online. You don't got to be in person with someone to give them a nutrition plan. You don't got to be in person with someone to provide a mindset training and work with them to hold them accountable with check-ins and different things that we can do with technology. If the one thing that you're harboring on and clinging on is that I want to be in person to help them with their form, I mean, dude, like that's dinosaur thinking at that point, right? Like you can have them film themselves and then you watch the film and tell them ways to critique. Like, I mean, it's that simple. You know what I mean? So like I see people all the time, like so baffled, like there's no way. How are people charging online? It's like, dude, it's 2024, man. I mean, like with the digital age that we live in, everything and anything can be done online. You know what I'm saying? So especially since most of what actually is delivered, which is mindset, nutrition, these are things that can easily be done online. All right, next up is your offer. All right, I think I did a good enough job kind of persuading you and swaying you over to online coaching. At this point, you're probably like saying to yourself, all right, Alex, I believe you, I trust you, but how would I even create an offer? What would an offer look like? So here's the answer to that, right? So how do I structure a good offer that allows me to deliver great results to my clients, but also allows me to buy my time back? Look, I know you're passionate about what you do. You're good at what you do. And the biggest thing for you is making sure you're still delivering amazing value for what you're charging. You would hate to charge more money and work with somebody online and feel as if they're not getting the results that they would get in person, right? I understand what you're going through. Trust me, there's a way to structure your program an emphasis on program, right? There's a way to structure it in a way that gets that client amazing results still and allows you to charge more and also not have to work as much. I'm telling you, you can have it all. So look, remember, a lot of in-person coaches struggle because they're charging $40 to $90 per session. Okay. So in today's economy, if you want a nice house, a car, and a healthy and comfortable lifestyle, you need to ideally make around 8 to 10K a month, right? Would you say you probably want to make 8 to 10K a month? Maybe you're already making that in person. You probably want to make more than that. You want to double, triple, quadruple that, right? I'm not limiting how much money you can make with this. You can make infinite amount of money doing this. So to make this happen, you would need to work between 40 to 50 hours per week, and good luck finding any extra time for your loved ones if you're working this amount. So what you need to do to fix this is create a program instead of doing consultations. Instead of exchanging your time for money for one-on-one coaching or for group coaching sessions, you need to create an entire program that specializes in helping a person go from point A to point B and accomplish a big transformation. The reason why people charge so little for consultations and they barely make any money is because they're just working on small techniques and drills here and there without a real end goal in mind. All right, so it's like, hey, pay for a few consultation sessions. We're going to work on tweaking this here, maybe work on your swing, maybe work on your kick, maybe work on your dribbling or whatever the sport, or if you're just working with fitness in general, we'll work on these small techniques here that help you develop as an athlete overall, but we don't have a real clear goal on what we're working towards, a bigger goal. So value is all relative. If you're still wondering, how can I charge all this money and put together a program? I want you to understand the story of the man in the Lamborghini. I'll tell you a quick story. Ready? So a man owns this Lamborghini. He's really, really rich. And he decides to fly out his Lamborghini to this tribal jungle location of indigenous people. And he starts driving his Lamborghini around. He starts flexing and saying, hey, look, guys, I have a Lamborghini. But to his surprise, a lot of the townspeople aren't impressed at all. They actually don't even care. They look at this guy as a standard, regular person because they don't understand the value of a Lamborghini. They live in a jungle in a secluded area where they've never seen fancy cars or never needed one. The man got fed up and said, I'm going to just take my Lamborghini down to Miami. He goes down to Miami in Florida, and it's a completely 180 reaction. People are looking at this guy saying, oh, man, this guy's Lamborghini is so nice. They're giving him all the recognition and praise. Okay, so the point of the story is to understand that value is relative, right? So to the person that has no idea the value of a Lamborghini, you're going to take a look at that and say, why the heck would I buy that? Or why would I even care about that? That's a Lamborghini. I don't even know what that is. It's whatever. But if you take the exact product and put it in a location of people that actually value and care about that, they're going to be mind blown. They're going to be willing to walk up to you, and they're going to understand the value of that. They're going to want to potentially even buy it off of you, right? It's all about taking the product and positioning it in the front of people that will value it. If you think to yourself, man, I don't know if I can do online coaching, you've probably just been working with people that only value in-person coaching. But there's a whole nother world out there of people that would value online coaching, will pay top dollar. You just have to find those people. And our whole job here at the DBA is to help you find those people and show you how you can be the man with the Lamborghini in Miami instead of the man with the Lamborghini in, the Congo or something where it doesn't really matter that much. Hopefully that story aligns with you and you're picking up what I'm getting at. But if you design an actual program with an end goal and transformation in mind, you can easily charge $1,000 to $2,500 for your services, because if I have a specific goal in mind that I believe I can achieve on my own, and it's a really big goal that I'm passionate about, I'm willing to spend as much money as possible to get that goal. Okay, so this allows you to work with less people, make more money, and buy your time back. So of course, I'm not just going to tell you what you need to do. I'm going to show you how you do it as well. So the best online coaching model is the 3C method. If you want to build a profitable business online and know exactly how to structure that, this is exactly what you do. You want to offer group coaching, a course, and a community. Ready? So group coaching is simple. This allows you to host 1 to 2 Zoom support calls each week that are Q&A style. These students can hop on these calls each week and ask detailed questions, right? So think about this as the following. Maybe, and I'm going to give you a detailed example in a moment, but you host a support call each week. And now instead of every new student you onboard, you have to do a one-on-one call with them once a week, once every other week. Now you can have 2 set times on the calendar every single week that you host a call, no matter what. You're hosting the same time every single week. And as you onboard 1, 5, 10, 20 new students, you're not exchanging your time now. The support calls are the same time every week. So now your students just have to hop on the support calls, and it's Q&A style. So they can ask questions. Sometimes one person might ask a question that answers a question for somebody else. So now that's the first main thing you're going to do. You're going to eliminate one-on-one coaching and one-on-one sessions. You're going to do group coaching. Next thing is a course. The course is designed to answer a lot of repetitive questions that new clients tend to ask. This provides a self-guided learning experience which buys your time back. So think about every new student you onboard. They're probably going to have there's probably going to be a long list of questions that every new student that you work with is probably going to ask. It just makes more sense to have that information in a course, so that way any new student that has a particular question, instead of you going through and hopping on a one-on-one call with them or trying to break it down for them, you can just say, hey, go to the course, watch this training, and I'll answer your question. You record the course once, and now it's a digital asset that lives forever. You never have to worry about repeating that information over and over again. And now if that student has a particular question, they go through the course, watch it, and they still have a specific question to them, now they just hop on the group calls once or twice a week, ask that question, and now you can provide that detailed response. Do you see how you're still able to deliver amazing results? You still can give someone the information they need. If they still want that personal touch, you can still provide that with the group coaching calls as well. And last but not least is community. This allows your students to be a part of something where they can communicate, grow, and also be motivated by others. So once you build a big enough community, other clients will start coaching each other and sharing and asking questions. And the community, when you grow it in the correct way, it's going to require you to have less input needed to be successful, right? So now your students might start coaching each other. They're going to cheer each other on. They're going to motivate each other. Now you can take a step back. You don't have to be there for every single one of your clients all the time. There's a community element now, and there's accountability amongst all your clients. So now you're still getting that support, but it's not all on your shoulders. So it's very important that you design this in a rolling admission style. So this just means instead of just taking 10 clients and you work with those 10 clients for the next 3 months, and then you reopen your door, you close your doors after that, and then you reopen your doors every 3 months and take on 10 clients. You want to do what we call a rolling admission style, where you're just always onboarding new students every single week, every single month. And you might be saying, well, Alex, if I'm enrolling students every single day, every single week, every single month, wouldn't there be a portion of the community that's more advanced than others? Yes. That's exactly what you want. You want newer beginners coming in and seeing your experienced students that have been in the program for months get amazing results, probably coach the other newer students, right? These are things that matter to building a community. Not everyone's going to be on the same playing field, and that's fine. You want a mixed bag of people to blend in your community. All right. So if you're still a little, shaky on what that would look like, this is exactly what an ideal coaching offer would look like. I just picked a random niche of basketball coaching. So I help aspiring collegiate basketball players build the core framework to make a D1 or D2 school in 120 days or less. Let's say that's my offer. You see how clear and concise I am in my offer, by the way? I'm highlighting very important things here. I'm speaking to a specific type of person that wants to play basketball, aspiring collegiate athletes, right? I'm gonna help build the framework to make a D1, D2 school. I'm not just helping you on sessions on how to improve your shooting and dribbling. I'm giving you the full package to make a D1 or D2 school in 120 days or less. Right? I can make another offer like I help stay-at-home moms lose 20 pounds of weight without going to the gym in 90 days or less. Right? Very precise. I'm talking to stay-at-home moms. I have a specific outcome that I'm trying to help them accomplish, which is get in a certain amount of shape or lose a certain amount of weight in a certain amount of time. Very specific, detailed, to the point. That way you're calling out a specific person. And on the internet, when you call out a specific person with a specific goal and desire, they feel more... They hear your message better because it's so tailor-made to them. If you stay broad and generic, that's when you deal with marketing issues, because now you're just getting a mixed bag of everybody. All right, so let's say this is my target audience. What I would personally do is I would host 2 support calls every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern after school and practice. There'll be a 35-module course breaking down all the fundamentals of making it to D1 or D2 school. The course will be broken down to mindset, skills, nutrition, networking, and education. This is not how you spell nutrition. Let's pretend this is the word nutrition here, guys. Okay. There will be an online community hosted on School, right? School is, we'll talk about what School is. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. But it's just a platform to host your course and community. You can also host this on Discord, Facebook group, Circles, the one we host our community on. And if the student has a question, they can ask inside the community group, right? It's very similar to what we do here. We have 3 support channels. And if they have a specific question on ads, they can ask here. If they have a specific question on setting and sales, they can ask here. If they have a specific question on just anything business related, or they just want to share something, they can ask here. Okay. You'll charge the student $2,000 for 4 months of coaching. And if they want to break up their payments, you can offer a payment plan of $625 a month. So that's going to be additional interest. So you want to position that as 2 options. So you can either pay $2,000 up front now for 4 months, or if you want to pay a monthly payment plan, you could definitely do that, but it's going to be an additional $500 in total. So $625 a month for 4 months. The student will get 1 detailed check-in each month to make sure they're progressing along as well. Boom. This is a bulletproof 10 out of 10 offer. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You would obviously host a course. You can host everything in one platform, right? You don't need a ton of different platforms and softwares to do this. You could just have one platform that you host your course, community, and group calls. Let me show you another example of this. right? So this is the platform called School, where you can host everything in one platform. So here's the community. So if we, we didn't really use our community in here. We hosted ours in Slack. But if you wanted to host a community support tab where people can ask questions, you can do it here. If they want to go through the course and watch course material, they can come here and watch course material. If they wanted to go and attend your weekly support calls, they can hop on here and attend your weekly support calls. If they want to communicate and reach out to other community members, they can do it here. Right? This is all under one platform. And now you've built a conducive platform and program online that gets people amazing results and also doesn't allow you to scale up your time as well. Easy, pretty easy. And we help our students obviously execute on that and refine all that stuff. All right. So now marketing sales, you know the mindset, you understand the offer, but how do I start getting clients online? Well, so to actually start getting clients online and sell them in your program is pretty simple, right? So this is the main selling proposition I have for you here at the DBA. This is what we spend a lot of time on with our students. We help them a lot with mindset, a lot with offer, and our biggest driving force is helping you scale with Instagram ads, specifically on Instagram. All right, so we will be leveraging Instagram and our personal brand to sell our students into our program. So if you think about my profile here on Instagram, right? So this is my profile here, and all the selling is done through this and a little bit of YouTube as well. Actually, a good amount of YouTube, which we'll talk about. But basically, you land on my profile, you'll see my name, my profile name, my bio, you'll read a little bit about what I do. You'll see these client wins and story highlights here, and you can go through and just start watching some of my content, right? You'll watch some reels, you'll hear more about my mindset, my belief. It's this combination of ads and your personal brand that does a lot of this selling. In today's marketing world, websites won't do selling for you, content will. So look, I know probably from your in-person days, you probably have some type of website and you think you're going to bring that website online and start selling it to people, right? Maybe they go to the link in your bio or you send it to them in the DMs. Websites are just so outdated and old-fashioned. I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world to have one, but most of the selling will be done through your content. Specifically, a combination of short-form and long-form content. If you have a fancy website and you think just sending that to people or having that as the link in your bio is enough, you are sadly mistaken. People need to trust you, and they do that by connecting with you through your content and seeing your style of training and coaching. So let me show you one of our students here, Petrell. I'm showing you a perfect example of what we try to push for and strive for content. And it doesn't have to be complex or advanced. You don't need a high definition camera. You don't need the latest iPhone or smartphone. You don't need a crazy mic. But this is Petrell here. He's literally just in the gym, basketball coach here who signed that $1,200 student. Just simply out here, just making videos, talking about ways to improve your base, how to stay strong with your shooting drills, some nutritional workouts and everything. It's just, videos of him just talking about like ways to make better passes. Nothing crazy. These are really short to the point videos on TikTok, just showcasing and demonstrating his skill set. Now, look, if your first inclination is that I'm too afraid to show my face, I'm too afraid to create content, I don't know if I can do this, I'll tell you right now, that's a really bad excuse. It's a really bad and sad excuse, to be honest with you. If that's internally you believe that you are not worthy to create content, that your skill sets and knowledge aren't worthy to be shared with others, I'm sorry, man or woman, if you're watching this, you gotta work on that. Because the truth of the matter is, there's no one out here going to judge you, man. Like if you just look through his comments, it's all support and love. You know why? Because you're providing information to a group of people that value it. That's how Instagram works. That's how marketing works. If you create videos tailor-made for people that need it, guess what? They're going to appreciate it, love it, and they're going to commend you for it. No one's going to judge you. You're not going to be a basketball coach and some guy that's on, that loves football is going to come start commenting on your videos saying, "You suck. What are you talking about?" That's not going to happen. Any and everyone can be online. You don't have to be handsome, pretty, cute, or the best looking person with the best quality camera. None of that matters. Just go ahead, get on camera, start posting. You're going to make a ton of money from doing it. Okay? So how do we actually help our clients? What does that look like? So the way we help our clients scale and grow is simple. We use our Instagram profile where we're showing your face and creating a combination of educational content and personal content. By the way, if you're wondering, should I use a business account or a personal page? The way we look at it and the way we say it is just use a personal page that you post content on and make it seem like you're a personal brand. Let me show you something real quick. Actually, I can't show you, but I was going to show you a demonstration between Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg's Instagram page versus Facebook's Instagram page or Instagram's Instagram page, right? Like the company itself has way less followers and leads than the personal brand or the business owner of the account and the business. Why? Because we are bought into people, not businesses and companies. So if you have like a generic profile with some stock image, no personality, no videos of yourself, none of you talking or actually breaking down drills or workouts or routines or mindset, it's not going to fly with us, right? Like that's just not going to work. It's not going to be conducive to sales. Now, we at the DBA help you on that. We help coach you on content. So if you don't have any content skills, that's not a problem. The only problem I ever have is when people say, I don't want to post content, or I'm too afraid to post content. If you're starting from complete scratch, don't worry, but just know that this is a part of the game. As long as you accept that and are willing to put in the work to accomplish that, you'll be good to go, even if you're starting from complete scratch. All right. So we'll then pair up your Instagram page up with Instagram ads. So that the ads that we're going to launch are going to drive consistent leads and followers to your profile every day. We specialize in helping our clients script out highly profitable Instagram ads, and this is normally where most people go wrong. So remember, Ethan, one of our most successful students that you saw on this breakdown here, he decided to do this on his own. He told us, we got on a call, we talked about ways he can sign up and work with us. He said, I don't want to do that. I want to do this on my own. And look, touche, if you feel like you got it all figured out and you want to do it on your own, be my guest. Normally though, when people tell us that, it doesn't bode well for them. They end up just wasting money, because launching an ad isn't the hard part, man. I mean, I have videos teaching you how to launch ads. Where we work the best with our students is I have you fill out an entire detailed document answering a laundry list of questions about your target audience, who they are, how you want to help them, how you want to scale your business. And I will personally help you script out your ads in such a way that's so unique to the marketplace that gets you hyper qualified leads for as cheap as possible. That's something you can't do on your own. You need years of marketing experience to actually accomplish that. So they don't know anything about messaging and marketing. So they try creating some ads on their own. And when it flops, they blame the ads and say, hey, the ads didn't work. I'm not going to do that again. But in reality, it was just their fault. From there, all this stuff actually happens inside the DMs. So I'm going to show you a live conversation of what a general conversation looks like with us at the DBA and how we sell our students. This is where we qualify a prospect by asking them some simple questions to make sure they're even a good fit. If they are, we pitch them a free strategy call. On that call, we further qualify them and then sell them on our services. In the world of high-ticket coaching, it's not enough to just have a website with a few different payment link options. People need to connect with you. They need to speak to you before they make a purchase. It'll be worth it though, because you only need to take a few Zoom calls a month to hit this goal. So I'm gonna break down the numbers in a moment, but let me just show you what a general average looking conversation would look like. Alrighty, so here's an example of what a general conversation would look like. I'll turn off the cam now, just the face cam now, just so you can see the conversation. So we say, yo, thanks for the follow, looking to grow a biz or just checking out content. So we're just connecting with this person. They just followed us, so we just wanted to reach out and see, where they are in their business or life. He says, yeah, I'm a coach looking to grow now. We say, awesome, that's perfect. Are you looking to grow in person or online? He says online. He understands the concept of not trying to exchange his time for money. So we send a free training. We like to do this. And if you don't have any long form trainings on YouTube or anything like that, it's totally okay. We'll work with you with creating them. But something like this really helps kind of sell the call even more. We ask them, like, what's the business goal, right? Like, we don't like working with people that have a goal of making like $3,000-$5,000 a month. We want people that have high goals and aspirations, because if you want to just make $3,000 to $5,000 a month, you can accidentally stumble your way into that online. But we want to work with people that want real legitimate systems and a strategy to grow as quickly as possible. So he says he wants to make $20,000 a month. That's perfect. He says he'll also check out the training. So we just follow up by asking, like, what do you think is missing from accomplishing that goal? And he says client acquisition and system. That's what we help people with. So we say, hey, based off of the information we know, he wants to grow online. He wants to grow to $20,000 a month, and he knows that client acquisition and systems is struggling, and it's why he's not there yet. We just offer him a time to get on a free strategy call with us. He says, yep, I'm down. I think I need help as well. So we send him a link to book. And we let him know, like, book in his time as soon as possible. And then we let him know as soon as he books in, we like, hey, make sure you go through the trainings on our websites before our actual call. And all it is, if you take a look at our calendar, this is what our calendar looks like. It's simple. It doesn't require a lot. They just book in a time here. They can pick a time, answer some basic questions, because this is going to help us understand if they're a qualified lead or not. And then they book in a Zoom meeting with us for that day. So if you can do this, guys, I mean, dude, you can easily make $10,000 a month. If you can have basic conversations like this, and we help all our students with proper messaging and scripting so they know what to say and how to navigate DM conversations. But if you can do a basic conversation like that, you can make easily $10,000 to $20,000 a month pretty simply. All right, I know you missed my face. I'm back. So let me break down some numbers and expectations to break down. So in the high ticket space, ideally closing a high ticket offer, which is just $1,000 or more, is ideal. You want to close about 30% of the time. So that means if you want to make 10K a month or more and you charge $1,200 for your services, you would ideally need to take about 30 calls a month. And by the way, these are really conservative numbers, right? 10K a month. I mean, we have students doing 7 to 10K a week. But these are really conservative numbers. Let's say just 10K a month, $1,200 is on the lower end for what we like students to charge. But let's say we go with that. And by the way, 30% is also on the very low end. That's like standard basic low end. We have students doing higher numbers than this, but I pick very, very modest, conservative numbers that I think anybody that has a brain can do. So you would only need to take about 30 calls a month, and each call will range anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes long. So with that, you'd only need to spend about 15 to 30 hours a month to sign about 7 to 9 clients and make 10K a month. Okay, so really, really simple, right? So most of your work will actually just be creating the content and then just generating the conversation. By the time they get on the phone, we'll show you our back-end system to nurture a lead before they even get on the phone with you. And then by the time they speak to you, they already know all the information they need to make a decision. They just got to pay. So you could do all this while only spending $500 to $700 a month on ads, and maybe another $100 to $300 a month on like actual business softwares, which I have broken down in the training later, which I'll break down. So you would be sitting around 92% profit margins while only working no more than 25 hours a week. This is legitimate, right? Like, and hopefully you're seeing the pieces come together as you're seeing how this is possible. But these are very modest numbers. As you saw, some of our top students are doing like twice as better as that. So this is like bare minimum. All right. Now, systems and strategies. I tell people all the time, like, not to overcomplicate this process until you're making, you're signing a few online clients. But I know you're going to ask that question. You want to know all the intricacies and small things like, softwares and all that. So what systems and strategies do I need to make this work? Well, one, you got to stop being over concerned with all these fancy websites, funnels, and strategies. Being more complex is just going to lead to more time to take to actually grow your business. If you want to keep things as simple and scalable as possible, this is kind of what we have outlined. All right. So all you really need is a calendar scheduling tool. So remember, we sent that person a link to book in a time with us. That link allows us to book in a time, a Zoom meeting, for us to speak on a Zoom call so we can pitch them our offer and collect payment on that call. Okay. You're also going to need an online payment processor. Something like Stripe is really easy. It's actually free to use Stripe, but they do a percentage of per transaction. So it's 2.9% and 30 cents per transaction. So this is pretty good. Stripe is really easy to use and set up. It's free. You just sign up, and then it's going to ask you like put in your website. You don't need a website. You can just put like your Instagram like handle or something like that. An online community to host your course and community. So Skool is one of them. I showed you that this is Skool here. It's $99 a month. You host your community where people can chat and have conversations. You hold your course here. When it's time for your support calls, you can host them here as well. All your members can join here. You can even have like leaderboards, which is cool. You could obviously host something like Discord. We use Circle. So Circle and Skool are basically the same thing. I like Circle a little bit more just because it's just a little easier for us. And we don't have to have people like, we can send like voice notes. So as you can see at the bottom here, I send a lot of like voice notes to our students. So Skool right now, at the time of this video, you can't send like voice notes to type out something. You just type it out here. But you can actually like do voice notes. And I like sending voice notes. I'm a pretty personal guy. And I like really connecting with my students. So I like to send voice notes there. So you can do something like that. Or if you don't want to spend that money, you can use something like Discord or Facebook group. You're going to need an online meeting tool to have meetings. So Zoom. Now, Zoom is free, but if you want a meeting and host a meeting for more than 40 minutes, it's going to cost you $13 a month. And then if you want to sign online contracts, $34 a month for JotForm. So all together, your total business software and cost is going to be like $160 a month for all this stuff here, depending on what you go with, and then $500 to $700 a month on ads. You're going to mostly be spending money on ads to get new leads and attention and eyeballs, obviously. So we do teach inside our program an all-in-one tool called Go High Level. We actually have you, if you sign up with us through Go High Level, we'll actually build out a ton of systems, landing pages, and softwares for you. So we have a dedicated course all on Go High Level, which hosts calendars, landing pages, automated text messages, and emails to leads to remind them about their appointment, all that stuff. But honestly, I recommend not overthinking this and overspending and spending all the time in the world setting this up until you sign a client or two. So people, they'll think, okay, I got to build all this stuff, put together all the contract, put together the course, put together everything, and they haven't even signed a client yet. You got to sign a client or two first before you even worry about any of this, because you don't want to spend a ton of time building this all out just to find out that you got to shift your offer a little bit, maybe shift who you're talking to. Maybe instead of working with existing athletes aspiring to reach the collegiate level, maybe you're working with younger kids that are ages 8 to 12. And now you got to go back and rebuild all this stuff out. So let's just sign a client or two first. You can use Google Sheets and Google Documents for a lot of what I just broke down here. And until you sign a client or two and get proof of concept, until you do that, that's when you hold off on everything else, and then you focus on it later on when you've signed a client or two. Google Sheets, Google Docs are free. You can sign up and use all that stuff to do most of this here. Alrighty, so with that being said, guys, I think I've done a good job laying out the groundwork of what to expect if you want to make that transition to online coaching. It's on you now to make a decision. We're towards the end of the video here. We're on almost an hour long. So look, I'll say this real quick and you can decide. If you want to continue to trade your time for money and limit your earning potential and stay stuck in the current position you're in right now, you can do that. I mean, you just click off the video right now, actually. I mean, pretty much done with you right here. So if that's where you want to be, that's fine. But if you want to get expert coaching from someone that's helped over 400 coaches build a successful and profitable online coaching business and start buying their time back and make more money, keep watching the video. Okay, so just for reference here, this is our case study page here at the DBA. We've helped students go from 0 to 100K a month. Students go from 0 to 22K a month. This is our student Ethan here, online fitness coach. So you can go to go.dba.social/DBA case studies, and you can check out our case studies here. I'll also link it in the description down below. Our student Noah here, I did a client interview with him from idea to 18, actually now 20K a month with less than 1,000 followers. Josh Little from 15K to 80K. Sarah from 0 to 75K a month. Leslie, freelancing coach from 10 to 40K a month. Natalie from 0 to 40K a month. I mean, you can go through, you can watch some interviews. We help our student Nick here go from $400 a month to $40,000 a month and quit his full-time job in 65 days. A ton of other students we get help scale from 0 to 15K, 0 to 12K, 0 to 20K, 0 to 10K. Laura is a diabetic health coach in that field. You can see some more client interviews, breakdowns of how we helped our students grow, more screenshots, case studies. I mean, we could go on and on and on. Feel free to check it all out here. But at this point, I mean, like, the only way to really know if we're going to help you get results or not is by looking at the following. So look, if you pick option B, I have a special offer for you. I'm only going to make this offer literally on this video here. A lot of people don't even know about this offer because I know they won't get to it. So look, I want to pitch you my accelerator program because honestly, I'm pretty straightforward. I'm a pretty straightforward guy. I literally want to just lay out my entire program, what I'll teach you, expectations, my guarantee, even the price to sign up, and make you a discount offer as well. Okay. So look, this is what I want to offer you. All my deliverables, right? So I want to help you craft and refine your world-class offer online. I want to help you optimize your Instagram profile and help you script and launch profitable Instagram ads that get you new leads and followers every single day. I want to give you our proven setting and sales script to close 50% of qualified leads or more. I want to provide you 3 dedicated support chats in our community, right? So you can see here, we have our 3 dedicated support chats where you can jump in and ask questions whenever you want, no matter the question, right? We have students that share their scripts. We provide feedback on. If you have a specific question about setting and sales, if it's a general question, we respond here all the time. I want to give you personal action steps every single week for you to follow. Every single week, we provide action steps for our students and get them to the next step of their business. I want to give you our copy paste tracking systems and sheets. So inside of our course, we have a ton of sheets that you can use to track for your business. I'm going to give you lifetime access to our exclusive Accelerator Funnel course. So our course is something we're always updating. If you're wondering how many modules and everything, it is 55 lessons as it currently stands. This might be more, this might be less, but we're always updating, refining, and keeping the information fresh. You can get lifetime access to this. So anytime we update something, you'll be able to come in. As you can see here, it's broken down a couple different modules: offer and marketing, sales and settings, Instagram branding, how to create really good content and all that stuff. Instagram ads, we have a ton of trainings on how to launch ads, how to get help from Facebook, YouTube, how to create good long-form YouTube content, sales assets and appointments, how to get appointments set up and running, business fundamentals, how to set up Stripe, pay funnels, contracts, CRMs, and then a little bit of mindset training as well. You get access to our six-figure community. It's a very tight-knit community, right? So I'm proud to say that because we specialize in working with less students and less clients for a more premium price point that allows to get us more deep and more connected with your business and allows you to scale faster. So our community is very tight-knit. A lot of our students are doing really, really well and are scaling their business. So you get to connect with those people in different niches. You're going to be provided daily message support as well. So anytime you have a question, you just ask us. And then you get 4 weekly support calls every single week. Okay. Emphasis on 4 a week. So if you go here to DBA support calls, these calls are hosted by myself and my business partner, Trevor. So we go over things like setting in sales, ads, setting sales. We break that down 4 days a week. You can hop on these calls whenever. Sometimes the dates and the times will change, but they're going to be 4 calls every single week. You can literally hop on these calls to ask any questions or concerns for 4 months, right? So we'll do all this for you for 4 months of coaching. This is my guarantee to you. Assuming you follow the action steps we laid out inside the program, you'll make a return on investment with us. If you don't, we'll work with you for free until you do. Our goal at the DBA, though, is to get you to 10K a month in 4 months. Hands down, pretty easy goal there. For some of you, it's going to get you to 20 to 30K a month or even more. The whole point, though, is once you learn the skill set that we teach, you can make as much money as you want. It's literally just about scaling up your ads from there. So what will actually be required from you to do this? You got to comfortably spend between $500 to $7 a month on ads each month, okay? You're going to be dedicating at least 10 hours a week to your online business. So the way I look at it is if you can carve out an extra 2 hours on the weekday, Monday through Friday, or even like 3 to 4 hours on the weekend to do a lot of your work, this is going to be great. Your work is going to consist of the following, right? So we're going to create your ads, and when we create your ads, they're going to be set and forget, meaning the moment we publish those ads, they're going to be launched and running. Once they're optimized, you don't have to touch them again. From there, your job is to simply just create content, talk to new leads, just like how I showed you in the DM example, who've come from your new ads, and then just take sales calls so you can close those people. Right? And then the third thing is you got to communicate with the DBA team at least once a week inside the community and try attending to the support calls at least 1 to 2 times per week, right? So we're going to try to hold your hand as much as possible, but it's still your responsibility to show up and take your business seriously. So we're not going to baby you, we're going to guide you, and from there, as long as you're communicating and showing up, you're going to get amazing results. How long will it take to see results, right? A lot of people ask this. So we strive to get everyone 1 to 2 sales within the first month of the program. So remember a student here, Ethan. So he signed in the first week, he signed a 3K deal in the first week. Yeah, so just closed my first week deal within the program. So 3K in the first week. Another student here, like I showed you, Petrell here, sports coach here. It took him a week to sign this new student here. So we're going to try to get your money, like a lot of your money back within the first week or 2. And in the first month, bare minimum, you should be signing at least 1 to 2 sales to make a lot of your money back or at least break even. Keep in mind, the less foundation you have, the longer it may take to get results. It's better we work with you, though, to help push you along faster instead of trying to do this on your own. So look, obviously, if you're starting from complete scratch with no followers, no offer, no nothing, it's going to take a couple more steps to get you results, right? That's fine, though. That's a part of the journey. Now, if you go out and say, hey, Alex, let me try building up my Instagram profile a little bit before I work with you guys, I think that's going to be dumb because students like Noah started from complete scratch with us and we got him results really quickly because we helped him navigate all the learning curves a lot of beginners tend to make a mistake on. So look, this is literally the groundwork, right? So after your onboarding call with me, we'll script and launch your first ad within 7 days and get you new leads and followers that same day. So those ads, as soon as they launch, you start getting followers that same day. It'll take less than a week to get you up and running because you're going to get on a call. We're going to script out your ads and have you fill out some worksheets as well. And we get the ball rolling that same week. So it's just on you to communicate with those new leads and get them on a Zoom meeting as soon as possible. Clients like Percello did this in 7 days. And keep in mind, this is using an Instagram account he stopped posting on months ago. So yeah, he wasn't even posting that often on the account. He stopped literally months ago. I think actually I can show you real quick what that looks like here. We'll go back to Percello. So he enrolled with us. Let's see. So this was his last post before he enrolled with us. And then he started posting a couple reels. So this was his like first video in a while. And then from there, he just started scrolling, right? And this is his ad, by the way, here. If you want to take a look at his ad, this is his ad here. And literally just from posting his ad, 2 videos later, he closed a client. So it doesn't really take that much time. Noah started from complete scratch with no followers and signed a client in a couple of weeks. So who are the types of people that don't see success with you? Well, the people that try to delegate everything too quickly, they make the excuse that they don't have 10 hours a week to work on their online business, and they start trying to hire VAs before they even do the work themselves first. When the time is right, we'll help you get the team members you need to grow your business and start delegating things. But when you're just starting out, you have to do the grunt work yourself to get a proof of concept. You have to understand how your business operates and works. You got to understand what it's like to conversate with leads and sell leads before you can pass it on to somebody else. The people we've seen fail with this is the people that are lazy and they want to hire out someone right away from day one and don't do any of the grunt work themselves. Look, if you're a person living paycheck to paycheck and can't afford to keep spending money on ads, and if you're dead broke, this isn't going to work for you. You have to invest. This is all an investment. Think about spending money as an investment and not as, oh, I'm just, blowing money away, right? This is an investment. Think about the stock market and investing. You invest into a stock, your money leaves your account for a little bit, but over an extended period of time, that money comes back. Well, this is the best way to see the highest return on income, which is advertising. So look, I'm going to share with you the price of my program. You already know how much you need to spend on money on ads. If you can't comfortably invest in that, all the numbers are laid out in front of you. So it's on you to just know what you have in your bank account. Obviously, people are lazy and inconsistent, won't see results with us. Right? Look, guys, life gets hectic for everyone. You might have an event, an unexpected issue. Life happens to everyone. The most successful people don't use that as an excuse to drop off on their business or give up. They keep pushing, and that's why they're the 1%. So think about it. For those of you in shape or really good at what you do, think about every single time an inconvenience happened. Imagine you stopped working out or stopped doing what you needed to do. Right? Imagine you provide for your family or loved ones. Imagine every time you got sick and you didn't feel the best, you didn't go to work. You'd probably not make any money. You wouldn't be able to afford anything, and you wouldn't be where you are now today. So life happens. I'm telling you, you got to push through that if you want to be consistent and successful with your business. And don't use that as an excuse. If you use, I got a wedding coming up, I got to wait for this, that, and the third, I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity to do all this stuff, then you're just never going to be successful because you're always waiting for the opportunity instead of going out there and creating the opportunity. They don't want to make any content or show their face or brand. Remember, with online coaching, people want to just they don't want to just invest into any online coach. They want to invest in a coach that they watch and trust through their content. So content is king. We sell our clients through content, not through websites. So what's the investment to work with us at the DBA? So look, our retail price as it currently stands is $6,000 USD for 4 months of coaching. But because you're watching this video here from start to end, I can tell you're the type of person I want to work with. After all, this is a long video. I know most people would have clicked off by now. So I want to offer you everything I mentioned above for $4,200 USD. Okay, so you're saving a bit of money here. So you can get the entire program for $4,200 for 4 months. And I'll share with you in a moment on how you can do that. So ideally, this is a payment we only take in full, right? So the $4,200 or the $6,000 is normally what we take in full. But again, I want to be a nice guy and I help you scale your business. So I'll go ahead and even put my neck on the line even more and offer you a split payment option. All right, so if you're wanting to break it up a little bit, we can definitely do that. So look, this is what the split payment option that we offer. You can pay $2,100 today during your call, right? So you got to book in a time with us. We'll collect payment on that call. You can pay $2,100 and I'll give you a 30-day buffer and we won't charge you the other $2,100 until month 3. So look, you can book in a time in the description down below. If you're someone that's ready to go, you could just DM us on Instagram and say, yo, Alex, I watched your videos. Send me the payment link. I'm ready to sign up right now. We'll send this on over to you. But if you want to book in a time with myself or someone from the DBA team, in the description of this video, you can book in a time. Now, by then, you should already have signed multiple high ticket clients and you can easily cover the costs. So that's why we're even willing to space out the payments like that. So I'm only offering this special opportunity to people who book with the link down below. I have a special code inside that link that allows my team and I to see where you booked from. So we'll make you that special offer only if you book through the link below. Okay. Also, to sweeten the pot a little bit more, just make this even more of a no-brainer for you, I'll also offer you 2 free one-on-one calls with myself that you can use anytime throughout the 4 months of the program. You got to book now though, because I don't know how long I'm going to be offering this for. So there's my offer to you. I probably won't keep this up for long. This is actually a video I plan on potentially leaving as unlisted for a little bit of time or privating it. and I'm stretching my team kind of thin by doing this, but my hope is that you come inside the program, you get amazing results, and you start just referring us maybe a couple clients, right? Maybe a friend or two, you refer them to our program. We'll give you a little bit of a commission payout as well for that. Okay, so there you go, guys. I laid it all in line. Hopefully I answered every single question or concern that you have. If you're still a little bit skeptical, you still don't trust me, you still need some more information to make a decision, you have two options here, man. I mean, you can just go to my profile, go to my Instagram account, coach_AlexRob, and just go through and start going through these client win sections here. You can go through and like scan through all these. I have so many different students we help make thousands, up to this point, millions of dollars online now. So client 2, client wins. I mean, you can just go through all of these and you'll see our students getting amazing results, changing their lives, quitting their jobs, building their business. We've been doing this for years now. And even then, if you're still not, you don't think the case studies are enough, you still need some more information. You're obviously on my YouTube channel now, but I would recommend going through and watching some more of my YouTube channel videos. If you still need more information, if you still don't trust me, if you want to know more about me and what I do, I have one really good video that tells my backstory called this here, The Accelerator Thesis. If you want to learn more about who I am and the people I work with and the people I've been able to help scale, you can watch this video as well. But I have so many videos breaking down everything you probably could want to know in a video, or about your business or how to scale. So if you're still skeptical, watch those 2 videos or watch a couple of these videos. Go through my Instagram page, watch my client win section. But I'm assuming you watched a 1-hour video of me breaking stuff down. You're ready to go, man. So look, if you're ready to sign up, you're passionate about what you do, you have the money to invest, and you want to change your life forever, book down below. There's a special code in that link. I'll be able to pitch you that offer and make you that special offer. If you don't book through that link though, we're going to just think you just came through our normal system and we'll charge you the $6,000. But if you book that link and you let us know, hey, I watched the video, we'll give you a massive discount on the program and even allow you to split up the payments as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and see you guys on the next training.